Hi all, good morning. Today, welcome to another interesting topic that we are been waiting for all these days long. We have done so many configurations as part of SAP product costing. We did MM settings, PP settings, material ledger settings, actual cost settings, and so many configurations we have done. Then we went ahead, we designed the enterprise org structure, and then we also started creating a lot of master data, material master data, bill of material, routing, work centers. Then we calculated the actual rates, right? And then we configured the template allocation, overhead costing. All of these configurations are now done, and we assigned a BOM and a routing to our material master in production version. Now we can estimate the semi-finished good and the finished good for which we have assigned the BOM and routing, the quantity structure, right? I have now designed here a preliminary cost estimate for material BB10 SFG 001. Let me bring the pencil here. Okay, close it. So if you see here, I have a material here. So here it is, BB10 SFG 001 is the material for which I am going to run the cost estimate. I will do the cost estimate, but individually now I wanted to compute along with you, okay, the calculations. I have already done this exercise, that's why you find the value here 23549. I'm sorry for that. So let me remove this value. So I have done this exercise, okay, before coming to you. So I have to now close it, remove this value here 2349. Okay, we will arrive at this number. Let me show you how to arrive at this number. Okay, so we have two raw materials, right? Raw material, first raw material is BB10 underscore RM underscore 001, and then we have BB10 underscore RM 002, right? These are the two things we have, RM 002. So I'm going to get these materials. First, let's get the quantity of raw material. How will we get the quantity of material? We will get it from BOM. Let's go to BOM. What is the T code for BOM? So the T code for BOM is CS01, but I want to display, so it will be, you are right, CS03, very correct. So I have given this material here, I have given the plant, and I have given one BOM usage. You see BB10, to produce 1 unit of BB10, I need raw material 1 unit and 3 units of BB10 RM002. So let me 3 units. So I will update here. So I'll go and update here one unit, and BB RM2 is 3 units. Now I need to check the prices. Where can I get the prices? I will get the prices in MM60. So I'll get the prices in MM60. So go to MM60, search in MM60. Okay. Now I will not give any materials here. I'll just check all the materials. Okay. If you see BB10 RM001, the price is 400, right? 400 INR. So 400 INR in USD it will be, so 400 INR. Okay, amount. Let me just have one more amount here. Inner amount, insert to the left and just increase it. Okay, then we will arrive at the preliminary cost. Okay, so this is amount, price per unit in USD. I'll select in USD also. Okay, USD. Okay, in USD it will be $5. Okay, what about RM002? RM002, if you remember, we did moving average price. Let's check the price. Moving average price for RM002 is 170. 170. Now I have to convert 170 divided by 80. Okay, 170, if I divide it by 80, it would be, let me go to the material master directly. Double click here, let it go. Let us go. It will automatically convert it for me here in accounting tab. So it is 2.13. It is 2.13. I'll simply take 2.13. So in this cell here, I'll put the total here. So the total of 400, 3 into 170, right? 3 into 170. So this will be 1 unit it is going to be 400, 3 units is going to be 510, so total will be 910. And in US dollars it will be 5 into 1 quantity is 5, 2.13 into 3 is 6.39, 6.39, so the total is 11.39 in dollar terms, right? 5.00 and 11.39, this amount is in USD, and this amount is in INR. So if I now try to see the total and increase it to the same font size, what is the font size here? 20. So I'll increase it to 20. So I'll make it black font. So 910 is the total. Now we have to check the labor. Where will you find the quantity of labor for this particular unit? In routing, right? So let's go back to routing. Okay. So /NC, what is the T code? CA0, you are right. CA03 is to display. My material is SFG001, SFG001, okay. BB10, double click on operations. So here I have given labor cost as 1, machine as 1, power as 1 and fuel as 1, everything 1 unit. So 1, 1, 1, 1, okay. Then we will go and check the rate. Where can I check the rate? I will get the rate in KP27. But before doing that, for repairs and quality cost, the quantity comes from template allocation. So let's go to the template allocation. Where do you find template allocation? You will find in CPT2. Okay, CPT2 is the T code. Controlling area is B100 is the controlling area. The template is B100, repairs, maintenance, quality, and the environment is very important field 001. Okay. Now you see here cost center quantity for repairs man. What is the planned quantity I have given? When you click here, for every quantity that you are producing, multiply it with 1.25. So the quantity becomes 1.25. Let me go back to the PPT. So repairs and maintenance, the quantity is going to be 1.25. What about quality cost? Let me go to quality cost, double click on order quantity here. It is whatever is the order quantity. Order quantity is 1 quantity, multiply it with 1.1. So the quantity is 1.1. Okay. Now we need to come to the prices. We have to come to the price per unit. Okay. So go to the transaction KP27 or go to KSBT. In KSBT you will get price by cost center. So we are producing this in GB001. How do I know? If you would have seen this /NCA03 routing, go to the routing. This routing has one operation. That operation is in BB10 work center 01. When I click on the work center, what is the cost center I have given? This is the cost center. So I have to take the rates applicable for this cost center. So I will now go to KSBT and check the prices. So this is the cost center GB01. Activity type is B101 to B104. Okay, B101 to B104. Version is 0. Fiscal year is 2024. I want to check the price that is applicable for only August, nothing. And 1 indicates for price indicator here, price unit 1. The price indicator I am not giving anything. Let it get planned. Actuals anyhow I have not booked. The price indicator will be 1 for plan. Okay. See, price indicator is 1. Now look at the rate. For labor it is 2.0. Machine it is 2.7. So just let me write down. This is 2 is US dollars. Okay. 2 is US dollars. 2.7. Okay, and then power is 1.5 and again fuel is 1.5. 1.5 and 1.5. So if I multiply this with 80, so I will get the rate in INR. So this will be 160. What will be 2.7? I have to do a quick math here. 2.7 into 2.7 into 80. So 2.7 into 80, 2.7 into 80 is 21.6 or 260. 216 is the price per unit of lab machine, and 1.5 will be in dollar Indian rupees 120. This is also 120. Okay. Now let's check the price that is applicable for repairs and maintenance. Repairs and maintenance is common for all the work centers. So I have estimated in a different cost center called Repman. Okay, what is a cost center? I don't collect this. It was the Repman. Yeah, BB10 Repman. BB10 Repman, and the activity is 5. Activity is 5. Let's check what is the price. The price is 1.25. So let me write down the price. So the quantity is also 1.25. The price is also 1.25. 1 point. Let's check the price of quality. Quality is in a different cost center. Okay. BB10 quality workshop. So the moment I press quality, I get quality here and then execute it. But the activity type is 106. For quality, the activity type is BB106. The price is 1. So I enter 1. Okay. Let me convert that into INR. 1.25 becomes 100. 1 becomes $1 is 80. Right. Now let me arrive at the amount. Okay. Labor quantity is 1. So this is as it is. I can copy all these 4 values. I can copy as it is here in the next column. Same is with this one. In USD also, it's because the quantity is just 1. Okay. If it is 2, I would have multiplied 2 into 160, 320, but that is not the case here. Again, 1.25 into 100. 1.25 into 100 is 125, right? 100 into 125 in Indian currency. 1.25 into 1.25 in US currency is 2.25. Is that correct? 1.25 into 1.25 is, no, 1.25 into 1.25 is not 2.25. So let me just multiply. 1.1125 should be the case. 1.25 into 1.25 is 1.5625. So I'll just simply take it as 1.56. Okay. Now this one 1.1 into 80 is 88. 1.1 into 1 is 1.1. I have to add the total here. So if I add the total here, let me just increase the font size of the numbers. So it's not increasing. So let's say I make everything 14 or 16. Can I do 16? Yeah, I can do 16. So now you can see the values. So I have to add this column here 160. So let me see, I add it 120 plus 120, 240 plus 160, 400, 400 plus 200, 600, 680, 680, 690, 690, and then it is coming to 704. Did I miss something? Wait, let me just see. 120 plus 120 is 240. 240 plus 160, 400 plus 200, 600, 600 plus 100, 700, 800, 813, 813 plus 16, 813 plus 16, 839. Okay. So the total here should be 839, 839. Let me recheck in my calci. So I'm doing it in my mobile calci. 160 plus 216 plus 120 plus 120, 240, 365 plus 88. It is 829. It is not 839. It is 829 unless I got some number wrong. 365, 88. These are all correct. So I have to change this color to black so that it is more visible to you. Okay, I copy this here. Now in dollar value terms, what does it become? 2 plus 2, 4, 4.7 plus 3, 4.7 plus 3, 7.7, 7.7, 8.7, 9.7, 9.8, 9.8 and 10.36. It becomes 10.36. 36. Okay, now this is done here. Now coming to overhead. Overhead, what did we say? We based it on quantity. Overhead costing, indirect materials is based on quantity. How many units I have consumed for this particular production? 1 plus 3. 1 plus 3 here. If you see a total quantity that I have consumed of raw material is 1 plus 3 is 4. I will show that to you. I will show that to you where it is. Let me just go to the SPRO. I'll show you how the quantity is determined. So SIMG, okay, remove all of these, okay, and now go to controlling. In controlling, check product cost controlling, cost object controlling, product cost by order. Then it is not product cost. We can do that basic settings, overhead, our cost sheet here. You search for our cost sheet, which is B100. Okay, now I'll select B100. Okay, go to cost sheet rows. See the indirect material. First check the calculation base. Okay, the calculation. Okay, first check the overhead rates. B10, what is the overhead rate? If I go to the overhead rate, it will, so it is saying this is 1 stands for actual, 2 stands for plan. Now select the rate 2. It is saying for every unit you multiply with 1.5 amount. For every unit you multiply with 1.5. So let me go to this PowerPoint. So here it is, for every unit you multiply with 1.5. To multiply with 1.5. But what is the quantity? Where is it taking the quantity from? So for that I have to go to the base. So what is the base for this? Go back. Okay, select the row number 10 base in the indirect materials. What is the base? It is saying take this particular cost element group. If I go to this particular cost element groups, let me double click and see if I can go. No, I have to go to KAH3/O. You are right, KAH3. In KAH3, I'll go to this particular material. It is saying take the quantity that is of raw material, packing material, all of these you take it. So what is my total raw material? 1 plus 3 quantity is 4. For 4 quantity, so 1.5 if you multiply in INR, 1.5 into 80 is 120. So here the indirect materials will cost you 480. And whereas here it will cost you 1.5 into 4, 6. Okay, this seems to be slightly higher. Shall we reduce the rate, because the cost of overhead indirect materials cannot be more than cost of direct materials, right? So we should tone it down a little bit. So what I will do, I'll go back, not here, I have to go back to the overhead. Okay, whatever rate I have applied, I will change that. So I'll go to the costing sheet, select this B10. Okay, go to the overhead rate. Instead of 1.5, I will give it as just 0.25. I'll give it as 0.25 or 0.2. That is even better. 0.2, and same thing I'll give it for actuals also, 0.2 USD. Right? Enter. If I would have given in INR, it would have been better, but I gave in USD. Okay, enter. So now what is happening? It is going to calculate at the rate of 0.2. Now I need to come to the PowerPoint. In PowerPoint, instead of entering the rate as 1.5, I'll enter it as 0.2. Then in Indian currency, 0.2 becomes a 16. So 16 fours are 64 is the value. 4 into 0.2 is 0.8. So you have got a 0.18 dollar. Let's see what about labor. Okay. If I go to the costing sheet rows, select the labor. The labor base is only labor hours, ACT, VT, activity. If you go to this group, okay, what are the cost element I have given? ACT, VTY. I have given only labor. How many labor hours I am using? On that, what is the rate applicable? Okay, So if I go to the costing rows, select this 40 here and apply the rate, overhead rate, okay, USD. So I have applied the rate of 0.75. I have applied the rate of 0.75. So let us take so the rate 0.75 for every hour of labor. How much hour of labor I have taken? 1 hour. Total labor hours is 1 and the value is 0.75. 0.75 is a US dollars. So which is, sorry, here it should be 0.75, not here, okay. 0.75 in Indian currency is 60. 80 into 0.5. So the total quantity of labor is 1. For every unit of labor, I have to take same thing. So if it is 2 units of labor, this would have become 2 into 60, 120. So because I have consumed only 1 hour of labor, it is 60. And here it will be the same 0.75. Okay. Now if you calculate the insurance is based on percentage overhead. And on the total material cost plus total labor cost, right? Total indirect cost. So 829 plus 910 it is going to calculate, right? It is going to calculate 4%, I believe. Let us just check. This is indirect overheads. So I have to double click here, go here, back, go to the costing sheet, select the base. The base for this is this particular total cost COS. Total cost, how will you get? Check what are the cost elements you have included. TOT COS, total cost. So I have included consumption as well as I have included all the activity cost. So now when you see the total, okay, so the total is not of quantity. Instead what I am doing, I am taking the total of value. So what is the value here? 910 plus 829. So the percentage is 4% of 910 plus 829, that is 800 plus 900, 1700, 1739. So on 1739 I have to compute 4%. 1739 into 4%. It is 69.56. So the total is coming to 69.56. 69.56. Similarly, if I do the USD, it is 11.39. Let me just do the total here. Can I bring the Excel? So I have to check for this one here, the 11.39, add it to 10.36 and do a 4%. So let me do that on my Calci on the mobile. So it is 11.39 plus 10.36. 10.36. The total comes to 21.75. 21.75 into 4%. 0.87 is the total. 0.87 is the total. So I will come back here and write 0.87. So what? Sorry, not here, in USD. 0.87. So if I add this 60 plus 60 plus 60, 180, 184, 184 plus 9, 184 plus 9 is 184 plus 9, 193.56, 193.56. Okay, again I need to make this black font to make it more visible. Okay, and now if I check this 0.8 plus 0.87 plus this one, so if I do 3.8, I get 2.4. So 2.42, it will be 2.42. So if I add these Indian currencies, 910 plus 829 plus 194, let me just add it and see what I get it. Okay. So if I now see 910 plus 829 plus 193.56, it is coming to 913.32. So somewhere I have done the mistake. So 4 into 16, right? 16. Okay, it is correct. So it is now coming to 1932.56. So let me write here 1932.56. Okay. Let me mark it for you in a different color. Let's go and check whether our cost estimate, when you run the cost estimate, whether it is giving the same number. Okay. If not, we will see where we have gone wrong. In INR. This is in INR. Right? This is in INR. Now let me go to SAP. Okay. So what is the transaction? So I will save this. I have made a small change to overhead. I have to show you the insurance rate is 4%. Go to overhead rate. See here it is 4% for two planned value. Done. Now I will go to easy access menu. Okay. It should be in accounting, controlling, product cost controlling, product cost planning, material costing, cost estimate with quantity structure. Can you see here CK11N? CK11N is the transaction for doing a cost estimate. In cost estimate, I have always told you the cost estimate is run in reference to a plant and in reference to a costing variant. I have selected here the costing variant to which I have assigned my plant. Yesterday, the previous session in costing variant, I explained you what a costing variant does. Costing variant goes and gives you what type of costing type should be run, whether it is legal valuation, which price in material master should be updated, right? And then what prices of raw materials and activity it should pick up, which overhead costing it should pick up. So that is what I have done. I am using PPC1. So I am now, let me double click on this material and show you that in accounting costing tab 2, currently you don't have any standard price, right? You don't have any standard price. I will show that to you in accounting also, accounting 1 tab. Can you see the standard price is 0 for this material SFG001? So go back. Now run the estimate. So the dates are taken from date control. Say OK. Okay. Now when you see, can you see here the cost in itemization view? Can you read this in itemization view? What is the cost of my material? You look at the category. M stands for material. The material cost has come to 910. And what did we get? Okay, I have to again collapse this. What did we get in our PPT calculation? We got material cost is 910, which is tallying. Then we need to go to activity cost has come to 829. What did he get in activity cost? He also got 829. The system also has computed 829. What about overhead? Here 193.56. What did we get? We also got 193.56. What is the cost of the product as per the cost system? 1932.56. What did we arrive at? 1932.56. So we have computed it correctly. Let's see what have we got in USD. So all you have to do is click here and say controlling area currency. Just say OK. So 24.17. So we also might have got 24.17. So 11.39 plus 10.36 plus 2. 10 plus 10, 20, 21, 23, 23.24 point something. So they have also got 24.17. In USD it is tally. Now this is itemization view. What if now I wanted to see this in the cost component structure view? What I have to do is I have to select this. Okay. Then I will click on this icon here. Then it gives me the cost component structure. See, can you see cost component structure view? Okay. Material consumption. Even to share this particular information in my initial years, there were a lot of my good so-called friends who never used to share details, right? Because the moment you share details, you extend your knowledge, right? I mean, let me not go there. That's okay. So material consumption, you have 910. See, labor cost, all these are coming from the cost component. All these are cost coming from the cost component. Even here you can select controlling area currency and you can see the information in USD. Alright. Now, do you remember we created two cost components? One is the main cost component which you are now seeing on the screen, and here you are able to view the auxiliary cost component, which is a shorter version, but this is not used for updating the standard cost estimate, right? This is only for reporting purpose, right? Now when you look here, okay, See, along with that, it is estimating for the raw materials also. Okay. Now let me show you some of the tabs here. Let me go to the itemization view. Click the button here. Again, you will get the itemization view. Okay. I'll bring it on the top. Okay. Now let me explain you on the tabs. Go to the costing tab. What does it say? Costing tab tells you which variant it has taken, what is the lot size, etc. Now if I want to give a different lot size, I can do that. I just have to go back to the cost, and instead of lot size, I can say user entry. Say let's say user entry 3 units. When I click enter, 13 units name. Let's say 3 units. It will recompute the price. Okay, I need, this is a cost component view. I need to bring the itemization view. Click on this button here. So you got the itemization view. Now all the quantities etc. are revised to for producing 3 units. 3 units of SFG 001. But again I'll go back to 1. Okay, right, to produce 1 unit. Now go to the costing data, other information. It has costing status, no errors, costing messages 0, lot size, transfer control. Go to dates. In dates, it has taken from date control, right? It is setting up from 6/8. Even if I try to set it up from the beginning of the month, it doesn't allow. Quantity structure. Do you remember I told you we can estimate here only for those which has quantity structure. Quantity structure means BOM and routing. See, this is bill of material, this is routing. Both of these two are linked to a production version. Double click of BOM, you can go to the BOM, you can go to the see what items are there, you can come back. Similarly, you can go to routing and check routing information. Okay, go to the how many hours it has taken for producing SFG, what is your planned hours, etc. activity you are able to check here. Then let's go back. Let's look at valuation. In valuation, it says what other components you have: costing sheet, overhead key, template. If you double click on template, you will directly go to the template. History, when was the last time you have updated is. Have you marked and released it earlier? No, this is the first time I am doing. Okay, costing run date. When was the last costing run performed for this material? This is a new setup. I will can only do costing run next month for August. Either on 1st September or 2nd September, I will do a costing run for this particular material. Okay, cost. If you go to cost, is the same view. You can check cost of goods manufactured, cost of goods sold, sales and administration cost, inventory cost, etc. Now what we need to do is we have to click on save. Click on save. When you click on save, you see it says the cost estimate is being saved. It never says the cost estimate is saved. That means it's a process. There is one more step which it has to do. It has to do one more step. In Material Master, I showed you, as of now the prices are not updated, right? I have shown you. I'll again show you. Double click on this material. Go to costing 2. Do you find any price in future or current? You don't find it, right? So now now there is a step called mark and release. There is a step called mark and release. Okay, what you have to do is, okay, go to, now this is being saved, right? Go to transaction code CK24. CK24. Let me see if there is a path here. Okay, additive cost, cost estimate. See here, price update, CK24. Double click here. The first step in the beginning of the month that you do is set the marking allowance. Okay, go to marking allowance. Select your company code, which is BB10, B100. To this B100, I have to select which variant I am assigning. I am assigning PPC1. Okay, until then this will be red. Once I assign the variant, it becomes green. To this company code, I am assigning the variant and then it becomes green. Then click on save. See for which period I have done? 8. This is a monthly activity. Remember that it's a monthly activity. Go back. Now I will run for a specific material or for all materials in a given plant for all materials in a given company code. So the company code is B100 and plant is BB10 and material BB10 underscore SFG underscore 001. Okay. I don't have group valuation and profit center valuation. Okay. I can do a test run. Okay. Rather I will do an actual run. Okay. Now remember very important thing. What do you see here? Exactly here. Let me just circle this word. So let me circle this word. Okay. Please tell me what do you see here? All right. You see the word release. When release is visible to you, the system performs marking. If marking is visible to you, the system performs release. It's just a toggle. So whatever you are seeing in the screen is not what this execute will button will do. Now when it is release, what it will do? It will mark. So what I will do, I have removed the test run also with the list of output. I'm not doing background processing. If there are too many materials, I'll do background processing. Click on execute. Can you see one material cost estimate updated successfully? For one material, the cost estimates are successful. When you come back, don't just come back in a hurry. Just try to spend some time on this information. Can you see you have 1932.56 in legal valuation in INR currency. 24.17 is legal valuation but in USD. We have in material ledger we have adopted three currencies. In euro you can see 21.47. Do not forget to click save. Do not forget to click the button save. So please click save. Now I will go to material. Wait one second. Let me click on material master slash and mm03. And in the mm03 I have selected this material. Say enter. I am going to this information for this particular plan BB10. Is the standard price updated? No. But is the future price updated? No. But if you go to the costing 2 tab, see the whatever estimate that you have made, it has come in future. It has estimated for future. Now when I release it, it will come and update it here. When I release it, this particular standard price will get updated here and you can see it in the bottom box also, that is here. Let me just show. You will be able to see the price updated here. Okay, then you will be able to see the price update here. Okay, these are the two places where you will be able to see the data. So now what I will do, I'll go and release it. So let me come back to pointer. Okay, now here what did I tell you? If you have release here, marking is being done, click on release. That means release will be done, marking will be visible to you. On the screen, marking will be visible to you means what? The release is being executed. Now already you have marked. So again it doesn't ask you whether it is legal valuation or profit center valuation, which particular valuation. So I'll simply click on execute. I'm not doing one test run. Say execute. I want to update the price. Want to update the price. So one material successfully updated. So go scroll back. Okay. So again it gets evaluated. See the document number is there. This document number you will be able to see it in. I need to check what is the table. Is it cost COST or COEP? Let me just check where the cost estimate will be available. I'll check the table. Okay. Save. Remember you need to save. Come back. Okay. Done. It's done. So now go to the material master. Okay. I will again rerun for this particular MM03 display. Select the material. Select it. Plant. Okay. Can you now see the standard cost, standard price coming in? Right? Did I not tell you that once you release, the standard price is updated? The standard price is updated. But what is the stock? Zero stock because you have not manufactured anything. What is the inventory value here? 0, because you have not manufactured anything. So can I scroll down? Let me click on mouse button here and see. Is there anything here? Let's remove the drawing. Last price change you did was on 6/8. Now go to the costing 2 tab. So remember I said you will find the price here. See, standard price is updated here. Again, the standard price itself is the planned price. Standard price itself is the planned price. So this is how the price gets updated. We can now do for the finished good. Let me just check for the finished good if I have maintained the production version, the bill of material, etc. Okay, so the unit technical name is FG001. Okay, I need to go to MRP4 and check whether I have maintained the production version. So this storage location and this plant BB10, there is a version indicator tick mark. I have maintained the version. There is a BOM and routing. I have got both green, which is very good. So what is the first step to do the cost estimate? I have to come to CK11. Okay, I have to do the CK11. So go back. First do the estimation. Slash and CK11N for estimation. I am now going to estimate for the finished good. Finished good will consume one semi-finished good and I don't know how many of raw material 3. Let us just check. So the costing variant is PPC1. Let me go again, I'll show you. Costing data is PPC1. Dates are so and so. Default it takes the date. You cannot change it here. Okay, because it is managed with date control. Okay, now you see what is the raw material it has taken. It has taken an SFG. It has taken an SFG. That SFG you have estimated, so that is why you have got 1932.56. Had I done the estimate for this particular unit, no, it would have still asked you to first estimate here. Can you see the navigation pane? In navigation pane, you can see. So you can see here SFG 1932.56. Okay. Now select 1932.56 and then 400 raw material 001. So I am this semi-finished good estimate is already done. So I need not do the estimation. That's why you have green here. So it uses 2 raw materials. I collapse it. I don't need it. Then BB10. Look at it. How many units it is using? BB10 it is using 2 units. And packing material it is using 1 unit. But the activity cost is much higher, right? So now I will click on save. So the cost of this finished good including the semi-finished good cost comes to 3562. So what I will do, I will now save it. Okay. Once you save, what is the next step? You have to do the mark and release, right? Slash n. What is the T code? You are very right. CK24. Okay. Now let me toggle and show you the price is now empty even in the future price for this finished good. Go to costing tab 2. Do you find anything in the future price? Do you find any price in the future price? Nothing, right? Okay. Now when I run the marking, okay, in CK24, okay, let me go to CK24 here. Okay, now this is release, means in the backend it will do marking. I don't have to do the marking allowance. Okay, I'll just select B100. Plant is BB10. Item is FG. So BB10 it's not SFG, it is FG. So I'll remove this S. Okay, I'll remove the test run. I don't have group valuation, profit center valuation. I just have legal valuation. Click on execute. So one cost estimated successfully. Back. So all these prices you see 3562 is matching with your cost estimate, right? Save. Please remember to save, otherwise it doesn't update the material master. Once you save, go back to your material master. Okay, I will rerun this material master and I will show you. See, the cost estimates are not there in accounting tab, but if you go to the costing 2 tab, you will find the future price. Okay, costing 2 tab. Can you see the future price? When you do marking, first the standard price is not updated, rather the future price is updated. Once I release it, it will update in standard cost estimate. So let me go back to the other screen. Now it is release means marking is being done. Click on release. So marking will be visible, but backend the release is being carried out. So remove the test run for this particular material. I'll execute it. Okay, one material, one cost estimate back. So this is the costing document. Click on save. Let me click this document number. I want to show you the table. Okay. Are there any accounting documents generated? Definitely not, because there is no material movements. It's only a costing estimate. Click on accounting document. Nothing is there. Click on material price analysis. Nothing, right? There's no values here because so far you have not carried out any production order. Nothing. There is no receipt. There is no consumption. There is no stock transfer. Nothing of that sort. So here you found that this particular material I have released it. Go to the other screen in Material Master. Here go back. Okay. Click on back button and MM03. For this material I am now going to check the prices. Okay. In this particular plant. You will do, if by the time you finish this the foundational course and also the what do you call, the expert level course, the course program is structured into two different modules. What is foundational, where I'll be covering all these topics. Okay, you would have done cost estimate at least 50-60 times, right? And then now you see the standard price is updated, but there is zero stock. Okay, go to costing 2. I'm sorry, I went to WM packaging. I have to go to costing 2. So standard price is updated now. Okay, and standard price has come here, right? There is, and then this is the standard price here. Okay, so I hope you have understood everything in great detail. So let me close this and bring back my PowerPoint. So here this is for the previous estimate I have done. So as I told you, there are two I would not say category. The course is divided into two phases. One is foundational, which I am covering in this. Then you have to subscribe to the advanced scenario or the expert level scenario. Okay, so all the best. Happy practicing. Okay, thank you. In the next session I will show you how to create a production order, etc. So please practice. Okay, thank you very much.